Hello, guys, and welcome back to TTC. We're recapping the conference championship before the big week next week, talking about the Super Bowl and our predictions for that. Make sure to like and subscribe. And as always, I'm Ryan Hagee.
I'm Max Xavier.
And leave comments below if you think of anything that you want to see from us, guys. We always like the feedback. So we're going to roll right into it. Starting off with Green Bay Bucks.
Let's just both say we called it.
We did
right?
call it.
We called it.
We called both these games.
We did.
They were easy to call, though, because Tom
I think
Brady.
this game was a little harder to call than the other one.
We talked about the Chiefs Bills so much as like the best quarterback matchup we've seen ever, but the Green Bay Bucks game is a better game.
Yeah. Agreed.
But I think it just boils down to Aaron Rodgers not being like Aaron Rodgers was given all the opportunities to win that game late in the fourth, and every time he couldn't. He couldn't get past the Buccaneers defense. And don't get me wrong, I said it right here. The Bucks defense was the most impressive unit on the field at 3:00 on Sunday in Green Bay.
Yeah.
But they're not the best unit on that field. The best unit was the Green Bay Packers offense. They just looked the best. So that's why I just think Aaron Rodgers didn't do what we needed him to do.
Agreed.
Where we talked about last week to solidify himself as one of those guys.
He needed to have a game, like we were saying, in order to solidify himself as
He needed to win.
In the debate for GOAT.
Yeah, if he made a drive at the end there, put up a field goal.
That made me so mad when they didn't go on fourth down.
Oh yeah,
Like 3 points is useless there. What are you doing? What are you doing?
A touchdown. That was LaFleur's call though.
Yeah.
Cram it up your cram hole, LaFleur.
Yeah.
Or whatever his name is.
So really quick, I was just, after the game, of course, I'm scrolling through social media and I see this thing about useless stats. And other than Tom Brady this game, there's only been one other instance where a quarterback threw 3 interceptions and won the conference championship. And that was Tom Brady as well.
Really?
A couple years back, yeah.
Jeez. You know that
3 picks.
Aaron Rodgers is now 1-7 in championship games.
Oh.
1-7. He has 1 win in conference championship. I want to know the teams. I actually would love to know the teams he's lost to because Tom Brady has not played on any of those teams.
No, Tom Brady's played on one of them.
Losing to Tom Brady, no big deal.
Yeah.
But if you lose 6 other ones to other guys, like I would love to know the quarterbacks. I'm trying to think. It can't be Peyton Manning. He played in the AFC his entire career.
Mm-hmm.
It's Drew Brees one of the times, maybe. No, I don't
It would
think.
surprise. It would. Oh,
The Seahawks.
The Seahawks, the 49ers.
Yep.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Like, oh my gosh. So Aaron Rodgers is underwhelming to me. Very
Agreed.
underwhelming.
Oh yeah, that was a very poor performance.
And what makes me even more mad is how he acted in the exit interview. He's
I
like,
didn't see it,
a lot of guys' futures here are uncertain, including myself.
Oh yeah.
So he's like, I can't
remember
win
that.
in Green Bay because Green Bay is so horrible. They've done everything.
He was talking about the mentality of Green Bay, and it's like what? Like
He that made me really mad. He has everything. I mean, not every. He has Devontae Adams. He has a great O-line. He's a defense that isn't good, but he's the best quarterback in the NFL supposedly in his mind. He's about to win the MVP. He's asking him to stay in Green Bay for a new contract. He's making.
and he's gonna. I was gonna say it's gonna be. His agent's gonna argue for bigger.
Yeah,
he's
wants
gonna win MVP.
30. He has $33.5 million right now every year. He's gonna want 40 or 50. He's the one who wants a Patrick Mahomes deal. But you're not going to be in the NFL for another 10 years unless you're Tom Brady. And we just saw that he's not.
Yeah.
So
I did find the conference championships
that he's lost.
that he's lost to.
Let me hear him.
So this year, Tampa. Last year, the 49ers. In 2016 was the last time. That was Matt Ryan and the Falcons.
Oh.
But that, they were a phenomenal team that year.
No, but Matt Ryan versus Aaron Rodgers,
Yeah.
who should win? Aaron Rodgers.
2015, Carson Palmer and the Cardinals. Yeah.
Conference championship?
Yeah, conference champion. Oh, no, you know what? No, that was the divisional. I'm sorry.
Okay, no, yeah.
2014, the Seahawks
In the conference
in
championship.
the conference championship. No, 2020 is when they won. 2007, the New York Giants.
Yeah, no, they had a
when they
dream
were
on.
going off. And then he wasn't there in 1997.
Yep.
All right.
Perhaps they were talking about the Cardinals game too then. Just losses in the playoffs, perhaps. But whatever.
Yeah, he's had a lot of bad losses, like the Cardinals in the divisional round.
That was a crazy game, though. You remember that, right?
I do.
That's the Larry
yeah.
Fitzgerald game. So, there was a Hail Mary. Like, Aaron Rodgers actually did everything he could in that game. But the losses to the Seahawks, LOB, I guess, kind of makes sense, but I don't love it. Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Like, this is supposed to be Aaron Rodgers. Like I'm tired of hearing about it.
Playoff, I assume that's either playoff record or of some sort. Still, 1-7.
Yeah.
And you're Aaron Rodgers. You're the guy who people are talking about.
Well, obviously, it's more than 1-7. It's elimination games, perhaps, that they're talking about.
Still, 1-7.
Yeah, because obviously it's more than one playoff win in his
Yeah.
career. But yeah, I don't know. We don't have to shit on him the whole podcast, but I am tired of hearing about it. You're tired of hearing about
Clearly.
it. Green Bay Packers fans have been saying it for too long, but he needs to do it, and he hasn't. So, Kevin King stinks.
Agreed.
Called it.
Yeah.
We're gonna put it up for
MVP
you guys.
for the Bucks.
There are 3 pictures when he got burnt on that Mike Evans touchdown. Leonard Fournette rolling over him into the end zone.
I do remember that.
And then him getting beat by Scotty Miller at the end of the half.
That's right. I was
Burned.
laughing so hard. He's just gone.
And that's when Troy Aikman lost his mind and went, "Oh my God, John Brady."
And you were talking about the guys who the Packers took over Kevin King when they drafted.
Oh no,
him.
who they could have taken instead of
Yeah,
him.
that's what
they
I'm
could have
saying.
taken T.J. Watt, Buda Baker, Alvin Kamara, so many guys that were so talented. Juju, I mean, like the list goes on. I can't remember exactly, but they took him at the latter part of the first round. We took TJ at the 30th pick. Like TJ was there for a lot of people, but they could have picked so many people, and they picked Kevin King. I mean, I didn't at that point. Honestly, I thought he was going to be a pretty good corner, but I told you on the last podcast he should be fired yesterday.
Agreed.
Like he is not good.
You know,
that was bad.
what's his name?
That was the worst performance of the entire conference championship weekend, perhaps of the season. The biggest moment, the biggest game, he sucked so bad. Like, let up 3 big plays.
What's that guy?
He alone let up 21 points. How nuts is that?
Who was it? Was it Tarman? Tarman was the our 4th or 5th string DB for the Ravens.
Oh,
And he got signed by the Packers, and he was their
Tremaine Johnson.
Tremaine Johnson.
No, not Tremaine Johnson. Sorry. He used to be Tremont Williams.
Tremont Williams. That was it. I knew it was Tremont.
Yeah, he used to be a Packer for the longest time, and he was like their 4th or 3rd string in that championship game. That's how waivers work, though.
Yeah,
you can
but
do
still,
whatever.
Like
they have no one on the back end. They don't really know how to draft in Green Bay.
That's fair. They sign a lot.
Quarterbacks they do.
Yeah,
they've had a lot of great
that's about
quarterbacks,
it.
but I mean, they brought in Charles Woods from Oakland.
Yeah.
Like all these guys, they drafted Clay Matthews. I'll give you that. But like all these guys that made their team great, they kind of brought in, I think. But they've never drafted well. They did once to get to that 2010 championship, and then everyone left. Nick Perry got injured, and Clay Matthews became a Ram, and Charles Woods went back to Oakland, and it was over. So, but yeah, Bucks defense was the tail of the tape for me there.
Yeah.
Maybe also Aaron Rodgers not being ready for the big moment. I don't know. I mean, he should be. I don't want to say that.
You can't, disregard the performance of the Bucks defense though. They had a phenomenal.
And I
game
can't
themselves.
disregard Matt LaFleur's call on that field goal. That's like Tomlin not going for it on 4th down when we're down 24-38 against the Browns.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna punt it. But whatever. I'm not gonna get into Steelers stuff. But Tom Brady.
It was a bad call.
Big story of it all. Tom Brady doesn't lose in the playoffs, even when he throws 3 interceptions.
He made up by throwing 3 touchdowns and close to 300 yards. So
one of the most impressive playoff runs we'll ever see in our lives. What Tom Brady's doing right now. It's like a wild card team going to the Super Bowl is always really impressive. I think. The Giants, the Steelers, the Giants again, right? I think so. Yeah, the Giants again. But the Steelers did it with Jerome, and you go through 3 away games to get to the big game, and you win all of them on the road against the best opponents in the NFL. And
it's Tom Brady.
It's Tom Brady.
It's Tom Brady.
It's the one thing he's never done, and he's doing it.
And
now he gets the Super Bowl at home.
Yeah, people were like, "Oh, you were always in the AFC. You don't know what the NFC's like." And now it's his first year, and I know the AFC. I agree. I entirely agree. But people who think the contrary of that,
yeah,
right? They're like, "You've always been in the AFC. It's easy in that division, and now he's just smoking out everybody."
I think the AFC East was easy, but he faced Peyton Manning, he faced Ben, he faced Phillip. Like those are great quarterbacks who actually, well, besides Phil, know how to win. He faced some like gritty teams in the AFC. Everyone plays defense in the AFC, at least a little bit, I think. NFC is where you see a lot of soft teams. Falcons, well, there are soft teams all across the NFL. I shouldn't say that, but yeah. But I don't know. Tom Brady, it's just really impressive to me. I don't want to sit here and stroke his ego more and more, but
it's hard, right? He's going to a Super Bowl.
7 Super Bowls. He'll have 7 championships if he wins. He's been to.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say he's been to 10 now.
Yeah.
He's That's another thing. If you bet like every year, Tom Brady basically has a 50-50 shot of making it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
in his career.
Every time he's had a healthy career season, he has a 50% chance of going to the Super Bowl.
Well, almost, right? It's like 10 for 21
no,
seasons.
because one season he was
that's right. Okay, so yeah, he's a 50-50 shot when he's healthy.
Yep.
That's ridiculous. Like, imagine that. Imagine thinking anyone else is anywhere as good as him, and he has that kind of stat record.
I tried to do that for
I did too. Don't get me wrong. I hate Tom Brady sometimes, but now that he's not in my division, it doesn't feel as bad.
Yeah, our conference. But yeah, I'm glad he's gone. But hopefully he's not there next year. I don't know. The Steelers are going to stink forever, so... we're going to move into the Chiefs-Bills. We're done talking about how amazing Tom Brady is and how handsome he is.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Was that me or you?
That was you.
My first note for Bills Chiefs is that Mahomes is that dude. He could be concussed, broken leg, torn ACL, whatever. He'll put up 300 on you.
Oh, yeah.
Dude's a dog.
Undeniable. We said it once and once again. There's no defense that can stop Mahomes. It just slows him down.
And the Bills didn't even slow him down. Because the Bills don't have a pass rush.
Agreed.
It's horrible. You know what? Like, you need it to win look at the Bucs. They just beat Aaron Rodgers. They had 5 sacks in that game. The Bucs defense.
Yeah.
The Chiefs have Chris Jones. They have Tyrann Mathieu who can come off the edge. They bring exotic blitzes. The Bills kind of play stand-up defense. Like, they play like man-to-man. We're going to just cover you. Hopefully get some coverage sacks. All their leading sackers this year had 5 sacks. 5.5, I think. They lost.
That's nothing compared to other teams.
Yeah, they lost their number 1 guy. He went to the Cardinals. It happens, but you can't. You have to be able to rush the passer to beat guys like Brady, Mahomes, Rodgers. I mean, I would say Ben, but they beat us without it. Watson, the good guys.
Yeah, but like the Bills' defense had had 2 jobs this game: was cover Travis Kelce and cover Tyreek Hill, and that's a really tough job.
Yeah,
but you can't let them both get over 100 yards.
Yeah, that's.
Right?
Yeah,
that's just like if you let both those guys get over 100,
if you keep them at like both at 90 and like a touchdown.
Yeah,
but that's another note I have is that the Chiefs are going to dominate the NFL as long as they have Mahomes, Kelce, and Tyreek all together underneath Andy Reid's offense.
Agreed. Yeah,
and it's never going to change.
Mecole had a pretty solid performance as well.
Oh, you can put whoever you want around them.
Yeah,
Mecole hardly goes to another team, and you don't really hear his name.
No. Because then they still have, like, what? Is Sammy Watkins still there?
Yes. And Duncan Robinson and just all these other guys that kind of
just... you have young guys around them and they just...
Fast guys. Well, Watkins has great hands. He just doesn't play for half the season. That's always been his problem. Mm-hmm. With the Bills, with the Chiefs. He's just never really been...
Yeah, no. As long as they have those 3, that they're going to dominate the NFL.
Yep. So, but I thought it was going to be a much better game. Honestly. I thought we were going to get fireworks. I thought it was going to be so exciting, and it looked like it was going to be that way.
When it was 9-0 for the Bills.
I was like, ooh, this could be something.
I was like, I know the Chiefs are going to come back from this, but...
It's just, I hate it because Mahomes is just not going to lose that big game. You need to have a defense that can stalwart them, and you need to have an offense that can score points.
You need some water there, bud?
Yes, I'm okay.
A little bit. But I just want to finish my point.
Go for it.
My point is, though, you need to have like Steelers defense and Bills offense at the same time.
Yeah.
And that's
they don't have that defense at all. No,
but they
anywhere close.
They talked about it in the exit interviews. The Bills management, they were like, we now realize that we need to build the team to beat the Chiefs. That's the team. He goes, that's the team we need to beat to get to where we want to be in the future. So they did a good job when they left the playoffs last year. They realized they didn't have enough offensive firepower to beat even the Texans.
And they addressed that with Stephon Diggs.
And so they had Brian Daboll, great offense.
Yeah.
So they put it all together there, and they were like, all right, that's how we get further into the playoffs. Now they have to realize that there's something else they have to do to beat the best quarterback in football. Pass rush.
Yeah.
Draft a guy. And it sucks because now they're picking at 30.
Oh, yeah.
Nope, 29. Sorry. They're a lower seed. But
way.
It's not where you want to pick if you want to get... I mean, you can get TJ Watt there, but you have to have great scouting.
Well, not knowingly.
Yeah, but, you just have to... I say that the Steelers are the best team at drafting in the NFL. They draft the best. So, like...
I mean, there's always going to be debate for that, but it's not debatable they're at least, top 2.
They have the most drafted Hall of Famers in the entire history of the NFL.
And there's a reason for that.
and we don't sign players in the offseason. We don't do free agency. We've never really traded for anyone except for Minka.
Minka was a phenomenal
And Jerome
trade, though.
Bettis. Yeah, that's it. The only other times is when we trade up in the draft to get guys like Palomalu, Bush, Santonio Holmes.
Yeah, you guys draft well.
So, you need to be able to draft well to build the team because rookie contracts are huge. And now you're about to get Josh Allen on a max deal. So they're kind of in a bind. I think they're going to be fine. Let me be very clear. I think they're going to get everything together. They just need that pass rusher. They could even bring in like a Matthew Judon. 9 sacks.
Yeah, if he gets 9 sacks,
But you know how much he's asking for?
He's like 20 now.
He's asking for $20 million a year.
Yeah.
That is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, no, he doesn't get that.
Like, he deserves mid-tier pass rusher grade, like money, like $11 million a year. Maybe. I wouldn't even give him that much.
No.
That's how much he's getting on the franchise tag right now.
Yeah. No, isn't he getting 15 mil from franchise tag?
You're right. He's classified as a D-end. Smart kid.
I was going to say.
But Bud Dupree should be paid more than him. And Bud Dupree is going to get probably like $14 million on the market. This kid needs to, like, I don't know how good his agent is, but he doesn't have the sacks for it. He is like,
This guy's been to the Pro Bowl.
he's like snuck in. Like, he's been like, whatever.
But still, they need their guy. Like, it doesn't even need to be,
Yeah.
like, a TJ Watt. It just needs to be someone who gets 8 to 10 sacks.
You need someone to apply pressure. You need someone on the. You can't have their number one guy. We talked about it last week. He's tall, ginger guy. He's their outside linebacker. He rushes the passer. If you could find it, like, this is a name. It escapes me every time, and this is one of their.
I
pass
assume
rushers.
this is a reason it escapes you every time, right?
He's not very good. This is one of their pass rushers, though. He's a starter for them.
He's a starter for them?
Yes,
I'll find it in a second.
but regardless, yeah, they need to put something together on the front end of the defense in front of Tremaine Edmonds, and their whole secondary is amazing. So,
they actually have Matt Milano, who came from the Ravens as well.
he's an inside linebacker.
I know he's the inside, but I was just looking at it. Jerry Hughes, Ed Oliver.
He could be good.
Yeah, Ed Oliver has the potential to be better. Mario Addison, Quentin Jefferson.
No. Maybe he's a backup. I see.
Oh, AJ Klein.
No, he's an outside linebacker too.
Huh.
I can't remember his name.
Maybe he wasn't starting.
He's probably not. Probably just a rotation guy then. But I saw him in the Steelers game a few times. I was like, is that one of their starters? But AJ Klein's a pretty good rotation guy. You need someone better out there though. But yeah, we'll see.
Because they have the backfield for
The back
the
end.
back end didn't prove like it was there last.
Well, they had to cover for.
That's true.
6 seconds at a time.
Yeah.
No, they just had to cover for too long. You need to get a pass rush there in 3 seconds or less. Otherwise, you failed. Or you need a better unit. You didn't fail, but yeah, I think it could go either way. So, but I think that's all for the conference championship. I think we.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
that kind of touches up on it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's all for this week until Super Bowl week. So we'll check when.
That'll be significantly longer.
Yeah, we'll definitely deep dive into that one. That'll be fun. All right. Take care, guys. See you later.